Good morning. It's Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. This is your Georgia WeatherNet morning update. A cool start across the state of Georgia this morning, actually showing you the radar satellite imagery combined. We have no precipitation out there on radar, and our satellite imagery is infrared, so it's looking for a big difference between the cloud temperature and the surface temperature. There isn't a big difference, so we have more cloud cover than what this is showing, but our thickest cloud is going to be in South Georgia, around Ashburn, heading up through Rochelle into Dublin, and again, the clouds a little bit more pronounced than that, but also wanted to show you this west to east flow, almost perfectly moving toward the east. So that's not going to be conducive to bringing in a lot of humid air into Georgia today. So that's why we're going to keep our rain chance relatively low. Also, high pressure's locked in. That's going to help us out as well. But this wind is going to shift over the next day or two and start to increase our rain chance. So anyway, we'll enjoy rain-free today over most of the state. As we take a look at the tropics, there's Hurricane Nigel all by itself, continuing to move toward the north. Still packing 85-mile-an-hour sustained winds, but expected to continue to weaken as it moves into those cooler waters and move toward the northeast. Also, watch those clouds in the bottom part of the screen. They're pretty close to the equator. We may see a storm start to form in somewhere in that mess. Right now, that's very, very disorganized, but possibly a little bit closer toward Africa, the west coast of Africa. We may see a storm over the next 5 or 6 days develop in all that. But as for right now, that doesn't look all that likely, at least for the next couple of days. Taking a look at temperatures across the state, as I mentioned, it is cool. 62 in Savannah. It's 56 in Macon. How about that? 50 up in Blairsville, so a few spots in the even higher elevations of Blairsville, showing some 40-degree readings this morning. So, yep, chilly start as we get going on this Tuesday. We'll call it chilly after the hot summer that we had, right? Let's take a look at the modeling through the day today. There's that high pressure near Columbia, South Carolina, so we're going to take advantage of that. And again, that west to east flow, not going to bring in a lot of moisture. So through the day today, things are going to be pretty quiet. We'll see a few clouds here and there. Otherwise, sunshine, going to be dry. Heading into this afternoon, also not a lot going on across the state of Georgia. Overnight tonight, things are still quiet, but we're going to start to see that wind shift, and you'll notice that a bit in southwest Georgia, Bainbridge and Cairo and Albany. We'll get a little bit more humidity starting to pump in, and then also the chance of some showers as we head into tomorrow afternoon along the Georgia coastline. So that high pressure starting to retreat. We'll see some of these storms, and then a low-pressure center that's going to be moving up the coastline of Florida, and it's going to be kind of interesting to watch. Not looking at it turning into a tropical storm, but it is going to be somewhat organized, and you can see all that rain there just around Jacksonville down to Daytona. That's part of that low-pressure center. That continues to move toward the north, so that's going to increase our cloud cover pretty much all over middle and south Georgia as we head through the overnight hours, Wednesday night and the Thursday morning. And this is as we start the day on Thursday. Scattered showers are possible, mainly in the bottom two-thirds of the state. And then Thursday afternoon, showers, maybe a few thunderstorms, especially along the coastline. And we'll go one more slide here by Thursday evening. And there's that storm. Again, it's not going to be terribly organized. It's trying to. It's in the Atlantic Ocean, but it's in what's called the Gulf Stream. So that's some pretty warm water. So that is going to show a little bit of development, and that will be interesting to watch, as it probably will bring a good bit of rain to the Georgia coast and then on up into South Carolina, North Carolina, and beyond. So anyway, that'll be something interesting. No problems with Nigel, and maybe another storm developing out toward the West African coast. So a lot to keep track of over the next few days, but enjoy today and enjoy tomorrow before the rain arrives. That's your morning weather update from the Georgia WeatherNet. Now your local forecast from Northwest Georgia to Southeast Georgia.